Hello students, you are welcome in Relations and Functions part 7. We have to discuss domain and range. The first in this category, that is identity function, the first type. Now identity function, you know the definition. Function f from R to R is identity. If fx is equal to x, it means range of x under f is also x. So now what is domain? So you recall the definition. Domain can be evaluated is the set of all values of x for which the function is defined. It should be real and finite. So it is always real and finite for all x. So therefore domain is the set of real numbers, because domain and range element, that will be the same. Domain range of x is x also. So therefore range will also be the set of real numbers. Now the second constant function from R to R is a constant function if fx is equal to c. Now x is any element of set of real numbers R, which is domain set, and c is any real number which is constant. Now it means the range or the image of x under f is always c. We can select any x, but image will be c always. So domain, because x belongs to R, so domain is the set of real numbers, but image is always c. So therefore range is the set containing one element c. So this is range and this is domain. Now move on to the next type, which is modulus function. Function f from R to R is said to be modulus if fx is equal to mod of x, and we know this modulus function can also be defined like this: fx is equal to plus x when x is greater than equal to 0, minus x when x is less than 0. Now you see, if you want to discuss the domain, because domain is the set of values of x for which fx is defined. So fx is always defined. It is never infinite, never non-real. So therefore domain is the set of real number. As far as range concerned, so because the image of all x in R is always a positive real number, positive real, fx is always positive. So therefore range is set of all x where x is any real number and x is greater than equal to 0. We can also say that x is range is closed interval at 0 up to infinity. It should be open at infinity. So 0 to infinity, closed at 0. Now this is the range of this function. It means all positive real, non-negative real numbers. So this is range of modulus function. Now the next type is signum function. So you can recall the definition. Function f from R to R is said to be signum if fx is equal to plus 1 when x is greater than 0, fx is equal to 0 when x is equal to 0, and fx is equal to minus 1 when x is less than 0. It means if you're talking of domain, so domain, because this function is always defined for all real values, so therefore domain is the set of real numbers. But what about range? The value of fx is either plus 1, minus 1 or 0. Fx can have these three values only. So therefore range will be the set containing three elements: minus 1, 0 and 1. So this is range of this function. So we can now, because fx we can define, this is again the definition. So fx can be 1, 0 or minus 1. So that's why range is set containing three elements. Now the next type, greatest integer function. You recall the definition. So function f from R to R is greatest integer. Fx is equal to greatest integer x, where this represents the greatest integer function. Assume the value of greatest integer that should be less than or equal to x. Now what is domain? Because this function is always defined for all real numbers, so their domain is set of real numbers. Now what is range? Because fx is the integers only, because image is always an integer, so that's why the range is the set of integers. Now we want to discuss this greatest integer function. we have already discussed, but now you can see this again. Now fx is greatest integer x, greatest integer f(x) that will be equal to -1 when x belongs to -1 less than equal to x less than 0. It means when x lies in this interval, or we can say that x belongs to -1 to 0 closed at -1. Similarly, greatest integer will be -2 when x belongs to -2 to 0 closed at -2. Similarly, we can sum the next value. Now for positive values, greatest integer will be 0 when x lies in this interval 0 to 1 closed at 0. It means 0 less than equal to x less than 1. Similarly, greatest integer x that is equal to 1 when x belongs to 1 to 2 closed at 1 but open at 2. Similarly, for the next value, now you can consider an example to understand this greatest integer function. Now find greatest integer when x is 5.4. Now you see 5.4, that value is lying in this interval closed at 5 and open at 6. It is 5 to 6 closed at 5. So this value lies in this interval. So therefore greatest integer will be equal to 5 as far as these rules is concerned. Now the optional method to find out the greatest integer function, 5.4 can be written as 5 plus 0.4, and this is equal to a plus h type, where a is any integer. Out of this 5.4 we have to separate the highest greatest integer, so 5 and 0.4 is the value of h, that is equivalent to 0.4 equivalent to h, sorry. Now a should be an integer and h should be any positive value from 0 to 1. Now if this is a plus h type, then greatest integer will be equal to a. I hope it is clear. So therefore 5.4 greatest integer, so 5.4 that should be equal to 5 using this rule. Similarly, you consider the second example. Now fx is greatest integer x. Find out the greatest integer when x is -3.4. Now -3.4 is lying in this interval -4 to -3 closed at -4. So therefore greatest integer that will be -4. So -4 is the greatest integer. Now the optional method, -3.4 can be written in this way: -4 plus 0.6, -4 plus 0.6. It means this is of the type a plus h. This h should be positive and this integer that can be negative. So -4 plus 0.6. We can also write this value in the form of -3 minus 0.4. -3 minus 0.4. So this is, now these are two methods. This is called a plus h type. This is called a minus h type. If it is a plus h type, then greatest integer is a. And if it is a minus h type, then greatest integer that will be equal to a minus 1. So in this way, -3 minus 0.4 minus 0.4, the greatest integer will be -3 minus 1, which is -4. In the same way, this is again you can see it, -3.4 can be written as -3 minus 0.4. Now this is of the a minus h type. In a minus h, greatest integer will be a minus 1. You can identify a, which is -3, so that's why the greatest integer will be -4. So in this way, any real number can be written in the form of a plus h or a minus h. If it is written in the form of a plus h, then greatest integer is a. If it is written in the form of a minus h, then greatest integer will be a minus 1. Mind it, a should be integer and h is any value from 0 to 1. Now this is an example to understand. Fx is greatest integer x. Find out greatest integer when x is 17.3. 17.3 can be written like this: 17 plus 0.3. this is a plus h type. Now find out this greatest integer. Compare this. A is equal to 17 and h is equal to 0.3. So now using this rule, a plus h, then greatest integer is a. So that's why 17.3, the greatest integer, we can write down 17.3. The greatest integer will be 17. Similarly, we can also write 17.3 in the form of 18 minus 0.7. Now this is a minus h type. It means this is value of a, this is value of h. Using this rule, the greatest integer will be a minus 1. So it means it should be 18 minus 1, which is 17. So you will get the same integer. Use any method, that is up to you. Now you try to solve these questions. Thank you.